Getting started here. Fuel is half tank. Seatbelt on. Reversing out of our parking spot. We're going to be doing this on repetition. Different variations. But here we go, straight at the exit. Ground looks really nice and dry. I'm not so concerned about sliding into that curb that we just went by. And this drive will take us across the city, right through the center of the city. Here comes the bump, over it, a little bit icy looking, up the hill, and stop before the sidewalk. Looking for pedestrians. Don't see any left, don't see any right on the sidewalk. Moving forward, parking lane, bicycle lane. There is a car coming, but I'm signaling and taking off ahead of him. Up to 35 at the moment. Around this corner. Over that bump, another little bump in here. And a lot of bumps around here. We're taking some back roads. Stop sign. This one here, stopping right here is fine. Up to this bump, I'm just getting some navigation over to the stop sign here, and stop sign here. Up to the lights. Speed is 30. Looking at that 17-second countdown, which is now 12. Going for my turn. I see that green light, and I'm coming at it pretty quick. Make the light, see the countdown, and just coasting towards that red light. Looking around for any signals to indicate that it's going to change anytime soon. I do see a yellow and a red on the right, so that means this thing's going to change. There it is. And that car that just passed me on the right, that was interesting because it was a little bit tight, and he went for a pass on my right anyway. Now, it's a small bit confusing because he's indicating that he's in a bit of a hurry, which I am too, which is why he took the inside lane, but he doesn't want to go above the speed limit. As a matter of fact, I'm going above the speed limit. I just saw the 40 over there. I'm doing 50, so I got to slow this thing down while being concerned about this guy trying to pull squeeze on me. So, for some reason, he doesn't want to drive as quickly as his right lane pass seemed to indicate. I'm still doing 50. Maybe he's not happy about the 10K over the speed limit in here. But he's one of the fellow travelers that is inside of my energy bubble right now. I got to keep an eye on that guy. He's got a little bit of aggressive style of driving, but I've also indicated to him through the body language of driving that I've got a bit of an aggressive style too. But when I see that red light up ahead, I just put it into neutral and start coasting. And I'm kind of analyzing the two cars ahead of me while keeping an eye on the guy behind me. So I'm coming in a little hot, but I am kind of trying to get across the city here. So we're getting rid of that feller in a Mazda. And our other pal, he has found himself in a right turn lane. So do you see how he's continuing to be a bit of an aggressive driver here? Didn't want to pass me, yet likes using the right lane and has passed this car ahead of us, which I don't quite recognize. He's dodging potholes. Looking at that countdown, got plenty of time to get through the intersection. We've got our aggressive leader out front. I see those red lights up ahead, so I can calm the energy behind the guy ahead of us. I was trying to read the back of his car to figure out what kind of car that is. Dodge a pothole there, roll calmly up towards the red light. Note the guy on the right lane, and he's leaving us. So he's leaving what I'm calling our energy bubble. He was driving assertively. Now he's gone. We're not thinking about him anymore. So those green lights, I want to hustle up towards that. 7 seconds remaining. So I'm through that light, no problem. The next green, looking for any indication, and I see that hand flashing on the, it's got 9 seconds remaining, 8, 7, so we're through that green. There's a lot of pressure on this guy on the right, so I'm just going to come over here like this. So now there's pressure off of him. There was nobody in the lane behind me or ahead of me, and now I can just kind of like slow down. The one way up ahead, you know, there's just not concerned about that one because you can see it's going yellow, it's going red. So we're just calmly continue. But you see how I just carried that momentum through those green lights back there, but got out of the lane to get the pressure off the guy ahead of us. Now when we get up there, I'll be able to read what kind of car he is, and we'll give him a name. Shifting into neutral because I can. Okay, what do we got here? This fella is a Hyundai Sonata. I didn't see the Hyundai symbol and I didn't quite recognize the Sonata. So now we're driving with a Sonata. The Sonata is in our energy bubble. But at the green light, you can see it counting down above the Sonata. And we're turning right at that intersection. Looks like it's going to go yellow-red in our face. Sonata's not making the, but we're going to have to say goodbye to Sonata too because we're leaving him here at this red light as we turn right onto this here Moore Avenue. So there's a pretty set of trees to look at, yeah. Okay, so accelerating quickly up the road. Just checking the temperature is minus 11 degrees Celsius. So it is a bit of a chilly night in Toronto. Okay, braking for the stoplight. Correction, stop sign. Come to complete stop for fun, and then just use the hill to accelerate through the crosswalk, newly built to help people get into that ravine on our right. And just going to set the cruise control and just roll up this street 5 kilometers an hour over the speed limit. Now's the time to relax. I don't know if you could tell that I have aggressively well, maybe, let's say, assertively made my way up to this space here, because I'm trying not to waste any time picking up passengers at a GO station in Scarborough. So we've already passed Yonge Street. That was the left turn back there, and the right turn onto this here Moore Street. And then what's it going to be? Oh, perfect timing. Still look around, make sure everything is safe to cruise through it. And speed limit here is 30 kilometers an hour. With a stop sign up ahead, we'll just calmly meander up toward it. And stop here. Not a full stop, but nobody around. It's a beautiful night. The City of Toronto does not have to be packed full of cars. It just depends on what time of day you're driving it. And at a time like this, you can really make some speedy progress across the city. Nice street. Christmas lighting around. 30 kilometer an hour speed limit. Stop sign. Enjoy the Christmas lights. And with that red light down there, I'm just going to throw it into neutral. And wait, it's green. Let us accelerate down the hill. Alright, we're going to turn right at that red light up ahead. So I'm again, calmly coming at it. Don't see it turning green, so I'm just going to get into that right turn lane. Have to come to a full stop at the red light. It's legal to turn right on red. Looking left, see no cars. Get moving. Looking under the bridge for the next light. See, it's red hand, red light, and that was a bit too hot, but I'm in a hurry and have to use up some brakes in order to stop at this here white line. Looking to the left, I see green light. Look to your right on that cam. You just missed that. Oh, it's still there. Yeah, the green light on the right. So that's something we can watch to indicate how long we're going to have to wait. See it going yellow. See it going red. And our light. 3 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds for the pedestrians. Off we go, accelerating with assertiveness. See, there's a bus coming up behind me, but he's way behind me. Red lights up ahead. I don't need to carry much speed. And there we are, stopped at the red light, looking around. Light goes green. Bus is catching up. Because we're stopped, he's got like almost passing momentum, but he's not going to pass because I'm accelerating away. But I'm acknowledging that he's still with us. I'm talking about a bus, just like the one up ahead. So we got a bus ahead of us on the right and a bus behind of us on the right. Crossing the Leaside Bridge. This is a big valley beneath us with a big highway, the Don Valley Parkway. Lets people go north and south through the city at high speed. Going to go left, don't have to indicate as the road just pretty much continues left. Saw those green arrows pointing left saying go right ahead. So just dodged a manhole there. Left turn coming up, another pot manhole dodge, and it's green, so I'm accelerating into the turn, indicating the turn. 5 seconds on the clock. It's going to be a hot turn. Yeah. Oh, about that one. Accelerate towards now. That's that's too close. See that? Wanted to make that light, but you know, you got to watch out for these red light cameras, which I don't suspect there is one here, but I would have had to have really kind of got into the speeding zone in order to catch that light, which I don't really want to do. This car that's turning left in front of us is just running the end of the red light there, and our light turns green. The car on my right accelerating harder than me because I don't want to accelerate too hard, even though I am in a bit of a hurry. When I say hurry, yeah, that's haste, and haste repels money. So how does it do that? Well, if you're just feeling too hasty, you might find yourself 5, 10, 15, 20 kilometers over the speed limit, and boom, you're losing money. So let's relax, see the red light ahead, coast at it. Turning green, so we'll accelerate towards this group. Note the price of fuel, 134.9 per liter in Canadian dollars. That's average. Be nice if it was a bit lower, but that's kind of like an average high. These guys up ahead, they're setting the pace. I'm just hanging back. See the green light ahead. I see the green hand to the left. No need to push because the light, no indication the light's going to go away. The next one up ahead is red, so I'm already throwing it into neutral and just coasting. Coasting up on this. So we'll just go around the corner with these cars. They're kind of creating a wall. And what I mean by that is if I wanted to pass them, they're kind of like saying, nope. This guy's getting out of the way now. He's taking his time getting out of the way. And that guy's leaving us. by a Honda. And since I'm going to be, we're going to be turning right at that red light up ahead. There's a car over here on our right. See that guy trying to get out of his driveway? I'm staying way far away. Now I'm going to move over to the right lane, which I have to turn right. See that green arrow? Okay, that's a very hot turn. And the guy ahead of us has set the pace. So I'm going to set the cruise control right here, which is kind of like the speed he likes, so that I'm not catching up to him and putting him under pressure. I'm just having a look up ahead though. I see signage. Okay, red light, shift to neutral, coast. And braking up a little bit here. Possibly braked a little too soon because I didn't see any evidence that the green light was going to turn green that soon. So anyway, let's take off. Catch that green up ahead. Coming up on this guy with a little bit more pressure than I would have liked. So again, he's the pace setter, and I need to make him feel comfortable. He's going to see my lights in his rear view mirrors. Whether he realizes it or not, he is assessing my energy. I am actively assessing everyone's driving energy and then conveying that information to you. Right, so this guy's still with us. For some reason, he's in the right lane. He's basically telling me that he's looking to leave this road we're on. But not quite yet. Red light's causing me to shift into neutral and just coast, dodging the pothole, dodging the manhole, seeing a car coming up behind me. Now he's assessing the two of us. And he's just made his move to get into the right lane. He thinks I'm a slowpoke because I'm rolling up on this line without using excessive speed to get to it and excessive braking to stop at it. But I would say that the car on the right wants to leave kind of soon. So anyway, it's pretty normal for a guy like that to come up behind this, what he thought might have been the faster car. So we're accelerating away, move away from that car, put the cruise control on, and again relax for this red light up ahead. Two cars are still with us on the right. That guy's had a chance to assess both of our driving skills, and he's still hanging out behind that guy, and he's seeing me coming up behind this car here. So now the two of us have got two cars ahead of us. Lexus and Mazda. I think the Mazda wants to peel off to the right soon. I don't know what this Lexus is up to. And he's leaving the line slowly. That's one thing. The Mazda just took right off. And here comes, the guy that chose to get in behind the Mazda, he just got took out by the right signal of that guy who came off off the line slope poke. I'm going to miss that light, it looks like. Or is that a 12? Is that? No, yeah, it is. It's a 2, not a 12. Well, Warden Avenue means we're pretty much out in Scarborough now. Warden and St. Clair. Heading to the GO station. Bus cruising by on both sides. One southbound, one northbound. We're eastbound. Car pulling up behind us is a Kia. And the car to the right of us is the same fella that caught up to us before everybody else left. I see a 8-second clock countdown for this red light to turn green. That guy is going to make a left in front of us on a yellow. Car on the right is crowding the pedestrian crosswalk. There's that pedestrian hand. So I'm accelerating with a reasonable amount of assertiveness, and the guy beside us is not exactly too assertive, so you didn't get to see him. The fellow that pulled up behind, he kind of got left behind a bit, so he's saying, I'm not in a hurry. Be able to see the car on the right move ahead of us now. That's because he wants to go. Well, the speed limit's 50, so I'm doing 52. He's doing what, 53, 4? Setting my cruise control. Don't like that hand flashing well off in the distance, but I might have to turn right there anyway. We'll see when we get there. Missed another light. 134.9 at the Shell out here at Birchmount. Strange body language on that Honda. Looks like he wants to turn right, but no signal, and he's kind of sneaking forward. You can't quite see him yet. Green lights. Yeah, he is going straight. All right, pal. And we're right quick up to 50 kilometers an hour. When I'm the lead car, I like to take off assertively and then judge the cars behind me to see if they're in a hurry to catch up or pass, stay at the speed limit. Through the green light and looking at that red up ahead, throwing into neutral, coasting towards the thing. Cars catching up behind me and passing on the right. I'm probably annoying the guy directly behind me a bit, but like dodge that manhole. I'm like, well, I don't want to wreck my brakes here, so there goes that fella. He just turned right. It's the end of him. See you later, pal. And now we have a new guy, a white sure what that is. Looks like an older Kia, maybe. But up to the speed limit. So I have to deal with this white car. I have to use this hill to sort of accelerate in front of him. Signal. Now the problem is I got too much speed. Use this hill and a little bit of turning, try to bleed it off. Can't, so I have to hit the brakes. Midland, turning right. Looks like we're almost at our destination. So, minus 12 degrees. The temperature's dropped 1 degree from the time we started. A little bit of snow and ice in the back road here. Throw some high beams at it to see if there's any stop signs. I didn't see any. Interesting road out here. Lots of snow still on the road. It's like they didn't salt the area. Turning here. Icy. A little bit treacherous in here. These guys have got some goodly snow. All right, well, I think our little trip through the neighborhood is over. The GO station, Scarborough GO station right there. Well, this is an interesting place. Kind of just look at the GO station, Scarborough GO station. I'll do a little maneuver here so we can look at it. There we go. That's a good place to end that video. Catch you next time. In the area, nobody around. Okay, really digging into the bumps. Rough road indeed. Lots of speed bumps.